Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. I hope that everybody is having a great start to your week. I hope that those of you who celebrated Mother's Day had an unbelievable time, either at celebrating as moms or celebrating the mothers in your life, whether it's your wife, your mother, your grandmother, your wife, or your spouse's mother, whatever. I hope that you really enjoyed that time, that you really, truly showed appreciation for the great work and sacrifices that mothers make. I hope that you enter into this week with a positive attitude, with a high level of expectation. Remember, God, the universe, life, however you want to refer to it, meets you at the level of your expectations, never above and beyond. Whatever you're expecting is the height of what you will receive. You must raise your level of expectation if you're ever expecting anything different. Along with raising the expectation, there are some other demands that come along that you have to raise, that you have to do, that you have to really align yourself with. But you have to have a certain expectation in order to achieve a certain point. So I want to encourage you to do that. I also want to remind you that if you haven't gotten Merging Souls, my 23rd book, also we're going to be talking about later today about the 24th book. I'm going to keep that kind of on the low until later today, but I'm excited about that as well. So get ready for that. But anyway, I want you to get that. If you haven't taken advantage of this last offering, the final offering for the Rapid Change multiple session breakthrough program, which is an unbelievable value to work with me for 3 sessions at a rate that's less than 1 session. It is unbelievable. I am excited about it. I'm going to talk a little bit today about breakthrough, but definitely look inside the description box of wherever you're going to see this video. Click that link, sign up, and make it happen. You are in control, and I'm hoping that I'm going to leave you with an idea in your mind that challenges you to move to the next level by the end of this video. So let's get started. What must be present for you to achieve a level of greatness? What is beyond excellence? That's the question I ask myself, because on my whiteboard is written in my handwriting the fact that I'm committed to excellence and I'm adequately sufficient to meet every challenge. That's something I see and I read every day. Even subconsciously, when I'm not focused on it, it's there. My eyes catch it, my subconscious constantly reads excellence. But what's beyond excellence? What's beyond excellence? Phenomenal, outstanding, extraordinary, unbelievable. Those things are there. There's a level that you can reach that is beyond what we consider excellence. It is a place that you can go. It's a place that you aspire to. It's a place that you drive and push yourself to. It is something that you have to be focused on. And so people ask me all the time, well, what is the first thing? You have to have a vision. There has to be something clear in your mind and hopefully on paper. I believe in writing the vision down. I believe in giving visual images to the words that you write down, a vision board, also written goals, a clear idea of where you're headed. There's so much power in that. I'm not going to get into the intricate details of why it's so powerful, but trust me, there's power in having a clear vision. There's power in writing down the vision. There's power in giving images to what you have written down. And it's important that you understand that this is a journey and you're taking incremental steps towards something greater. You've got to have something that settles you and stabilizes you in terms of vision and direction. And that's what the having a vision is. But there are some things you have to have a constant association and connectivity to the vision. And I tell people all the time that when you really and truly are aligned with who you are and where you're going, you'll have this constant whisper. A lot of people think that in order to have passion for something, there's this yelling thing that just, you wake up in the morning and it's just screaming at you. This is what we're doing. This is what we're. But what I found is that when you're truly aligned with who you are, you have those moments where you get unbelievably, emphatically excited about what you're doing, and you're hyped, you're aggressive. But most of the time, the vision is this constant whisper in your ear, reminding you of who you are, reminding you of what you're capable of, reminding you of where you're going, reminding you of the commitment you made to yourself, to your God, to your life, to your destiny. And it's constant. It's always there. It's there to remind you, you can't quit now. You can't give up now. This isn't where you turn around. No surrender, no retreat. And that's the thing. You got to have that connectivity. If you're not hearing it, it means there's a disconnect. And if you got to get into an understanding of who you are, you got to align in every way possible. And one of the ways that I align, and I start my alignment, is through gratitude. I establish a sense of gratitude every morning when I wake up. It's before I get out of the bed, I'm already telling God I'm thankful. And it's easy. You know, right now it's super easy. I got this unbelievably wonderful, beautiful woman that's next to me, that I prayed for, that I worked for, that I prepared for, that I sit up and I got myself together in order to be with. And now I have her there. And when I wake up in the morning and I look over and I see her take a breath, I wake up and I'm saying I'm thankful. And then I think about this unbelievable opportunity that God has given me to do some exceptional things in this world, to help people change their lives. And I say I'm thankful. Then I think about the fact of the numerous times over the course of my life, whether it be motorcycle accidents, whether it be my heart health, where life could have ended for me, but it didn't. I'm thankful. And so then I enter this day before I ever got out of bed with a heart of gratitude. Then gratitude is the gateway to abundance. Gratitude opens up the opportunity for more good things to come in. It also raises the frequency and vibration in which you are functioning in this world, meaning now the things you attract are on a higher scale or vibration on the hertz scale, and all those negative things that function under 200, 300 hertz are nowhere near you. Why? Because you've elevated your function. And it doesn't mean things doesn't happen. It means the way they happen doesn't have the same impact on you. And that's the important thing. And then you've got to get up and understand this thing about breakthroughs. When I'm working with people on these breakthrough programs, like the Rapid Change Breakthrough was designed for one session. This new offer that I'm doing, which isn't a new offer, I do it occasionally over time, over the last few years. And then, I'll end it because I can only do so much of that volume with everything else that I have going on. But this is the last offering, because where we're going from here, it simply won't be time to do it. But I wanted to make one last offering to let anybody who wants to work with me be in a position where they can. And so, but the one thing I tell people about the breakthrough isn't just waking up and you hear a lot of people talk about grinding, and I'm a grinder. And I've got a lot of things under my belt because I grind, because there were those times, year upon year, of waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, and going until 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, and then waking up and doing it again. Sometimes 7 days a week, definitely 6. There was never a 5-day work week for me. And that's great. And you get some things, but here's what I'm going to tell you. That the grind in and of itself will produce some things, but the exceptional and extraordinary things in life are hidden behind pain and fear. Did you hear what I'm saying? On the other side of pain and fear are where you're going to find the things in life that set you apart, that put you in a position to do unbelievable things, things that you could have never even dreamed of, and it's on the other side. So it's not just the hard work. See, a lot of people work hard, but what happens is most people get to pain and fear and quit. Most people get to pain and fear and turn. Most people get to pain and fear and retreat. But it's the willingness to fight through and break through those moments of fear and pain and move into what was truly designed for you. It's on the other side of pain and fear that you're going to find these exceptional and extraordinary experiences that leave an exceptional and extraordinary impression upon the world. You've got to have a true understanding of the power of pushing through. See, that's why it's called a breakthrough. It's a seemingly impenetrable obstacle that requires a consistency of effort, energy, and focus. And it is not until you have come to a point in your life that there's no turning around. There's no quit. I will not turn around. I will not give up. I will not. People ask me all the time, what is it about who you are that you think is the most centralized and common denominator in your success? And I tell them without a shadow of a doubt, it's the fact that I'm relentless. It's the fact that once I set my mind on doing something, there are only two options. I'm either going to achieve it or I'm going to die trying. It's that simple. I don't quit. I'm not fazed by setbacks. I expect the vicissitudes of life to roll into the paradise that I've created. I expect challenges. I expect people not to like me for no apparent reason. I expect to have a certain level or a certain amount of decisions that I've made come back and negatively impact me, because I'm human and therefore an imperfect person. And so I'm going to have some bad decisions. I'm expecting all that to be a part of the equation. So none of that shakes me. None of that phases me. None of that gets me to a point where I don't become frenetic and unglued. That's something that my wife celebrates about me and tells me. No matter where we're at, no matter what we're going through, you've got this even keel that settles everybody else. First of all, that's a part of my job as a man. What happens in a world, I know this is a little bit off, but what happens in a world where the man becomes frenetic and unglued and scattered and frightened and unsure? Everybody that's under his covering becomes frenetic, unglued, and fearful and panicking. You've got to hold firm, and that's something I believe in emphatically. But male or female, there's a place that you can be where you can settle yourself, because you understand who you are and what your destiny is and what the Creator has in store, and that no matter what you're going through, you're built for the battle. And see, that's the thing you have to. It's not that I'm not going to encounter obstacles and battles. It's that I'm built for the obstacle and battle. It's that if I don't quit, I will win. It's not on how many tries. It's simply that I'll try until. You got to be willing to push through. Another thing that you have to focus on is your need to write the narrative. I have far too many people that I encounter that are allowing someone else to write their narrative. Far too many people are allowing someone else to write the narrative of their lives. Someone else is telling them what they should be doing, who they are, what they're capable of, what their destination is be, what they will ultimately become. Stop allowing other people to take up the pen in your life and write your narrative. You write the narrative. You set the standard. You set the destination and the goal. You determine the heights at which you'll operate, not based on where you came from, not based on what you're currently going through, but based on the ultimate capacity of your potential. Because see, I'm getting to something here. The ultimate capacity of your potential is the bar you measure yourself by. I never measure myself by another man or a female for that measure. That's why I can have a relationship with people where I'm lifting them up and I'm celebrating them and I'm giving them something through which they can rise to the occasion in life and live. Why? Because I'm not in competition with them. My competition is with myself. What I'm capable of versus what I'm achieving. That is the goal. Am I living up to my potential? It is not what happens in your life that is going to determine the outcome. It's how you respond. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be difficult moments. There are going to be some things that you go through. That's not what is going to determine. The determination is done and achieved through how you respond. Will you falter? Will you cower down? Will you retreat? Will you fold? Or will you stand firmly, understanding that you were built for moments just like this, and that if you stay the course, if you push through, if you refuse to relent, that's a part of writing the narrative. Finally, what happens when you are ultimately introduced to the person you were designed to be? Now, you hear me in any video where I'm speaking about inspiration, where I'm speaking about empowerment, where I'm speaking about next level living. You will hear me at the end of my message, whether on stage, on video, no matter what, you'll hear me say, I live my life on full so that I will die on E. And I explain that what I mean by that is that I don't want to leave any potential untapped. I'm not leaving anything on the table. No books unwritten, no lectures undone, no personal encounters unrealized. No businesses that should have been launched and started left on the table or on the shelf. I'm going all out. I'm giving life everything I have. Why? Because I know one day I'm going to sit in front of my Creator. You talk about God and the Creator of life and the universe how you want to. I'm not here to tell you that's something you have to have in a one-on-one with God. If it's coming to you any other way except that one-on-one, you're losing so much of what's there. But I can tell you, I'm going to have to sit face to face with my Creator. When this is all said and done, I'm going to tell you what's driving me right now and what should be driving you. I'm going to have to sit face to face with my Creator. And my Creator is going to do something that is going to be eternally transformational. My Creator is going to introduce me to the person I was supposed to be, the person that I was designed to be. And here's the thing that drives me. When I meet that person, I don't just want to be similar. I want to be uniquely identical to the design's ultimate destination and destiny. That's why I fight so hard. Because see, I know that in the design, God made an allowance for my poor decisions. He made an allowance for all the pitfalls I would just naturally face. So there's actually no excuse when I get there for not being who I was designed to be, because all of the things that I can throw up as an excuse was taken into account. Was taken into account in the design. So if I live life on full, that means while other people are off wasting time, I'm focused. And I don't mean not having, if I had a ball with my family this past weekend, I don't mean not having, I mean, that's a part of being your best you, is pouring everything you have into your family, into your wife, into your husband, into your children, into your grandchildren. Loving and showing love to all who are around you and being a blessing. When you're around people, filling your space. That's something my great grandfather, who was my adopted father, taught me. Fill your space, boy. And what was he saying? He was saying you shouldn't be in a room and your presence not felt. You shouldn't leave a room and it's the same way you found it. Just being there should be transformational to the people you encounter in that room. And I found that when you're truly walking in your purpose, you can literally walk into a room and have an energy that without speaking changes lives. That's the power of destiny. That's the power of living. There's absolutely no reason that you show up at the end of this journey here on earth and report to the designer and then look at what you should have been and have to start offering excuses. I'm challenging every last person. Start living your life at the level of your design. Start living your life with purpose. Start understanding the importance of what it means to operate in your purpose. I'm going to tell you something about purpose, and then I'll be done. I'm going to tell you about something about purpose. I found out that when you become acquainted with your purpose, it will literally explain your pain. There are some things in my life that I went through that at the time that I went through it, it didn't make sense. It seemed unnecessary. It seemed even cruel and hostile. It made me want to ask God, where are you? And then I had to ponder the question, where is God when it hurts? Here's the answer. Inside of the purpose. When I asked the question, where is God when it hurts? I found out God was inside of the purpose. Because the moment I became acquainted with the purpose, the pain made sense. See, when I'm in the gym and I'm working out and it's burning, if I didn't understand the purpose of the burn, it would be hard to push through it. But because I know the purpose, it explains the pain and the pain makes sense and it allows me to push through. Don't end up at the end of your life making excuses for not being what you should have been. On that note, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. As I always say, I'm going to live my life on full so that I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. If you have not signed up for the Rapid Change Breakthrough Program, this is the last run we're going to do on it. We're having to move on to some things in order to take this company to the next level. And it's going to limit a lot of the things I do on a volume capacity. And it's simply something that has to be done. But I'm doing this last run. I'm excited about the people I'm going to be working with during this period. Sign up. Let's make some things happen in your life. I guarantee you, no matter where you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, no matter how other people have labeled you, there's something exceptional and extraordinary inside of you that's just waiting to come out, and you can unleash it. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day.